Well, Italy's parliament is set to debate a plan to deploy naval vessels along Libya's shores to stop traffickers from sending migrants. One large vessel and at least 5 smaller ships would be deployed, according to an Italian newspaper. Despite Italy's efforts to curb migration, an increasing number of people are trying to make it ashore through the Mediterranean from northern Africa to escape war and poverty. Well, since 2014, they have numbered more than 500,000. And in the first 6 months of 2017, they were mostly from Nigeria, Guinea, Ivory Coast, the Gambia, as well as Bangladesh. But not all of them have made it alive. More than 2,000 people have drowned at sea since the start of this year alone. And the number of dead in the past 2 years is more than 11,000. Well, joining us now from Italy is Giuseppe Sciortino. He is a migration expert from the University of Trento. Thanks so much for joining us. Italy believes it needs to do something to curb this migration, as it can't handle the thousands of people arriving on its shores. So what do you make of the proposal being debated now? Is it humane enough?
Well, it's clearly something that has been in the making for years. Since Libya in 1911 has started to become one of the main gatekeepers to Europe, one of the main reasons has been to stop it. Humane depends on what you see. From one side, it will protect migrants which are living in very bad condition in Libya and which are attracted to Libya mostly by the gate. On the other way, it will surely reduce the hope of them to migrating to Europe. So you can see both ways.
Okay, but
I don't see any alternative. In a way, it's very similar to what has been done to Greece in 2015.
What about, though, the very influential NGOs, including Médecins Sans Frontières, who are saying they will refuse to comply with measures that Italy is proposing?
Well, there is clearly a clash between humanitarian and, let's say, political reasons. From one side, humanitarian agencies like Médecins Sans Frontières have a clear ethics principle. For them, anybody has to be rescued and anybody has the right of free movement. From the point of view of Italian politicians, and I guess of most of the electorate, stopping migration is one of the main priorities. And they act more according to an ethics of consequences, looking at what having such a large flow between Libya and Italy implies for Italy and for the migrants itself.
But could...
So this in terms of people migrating to Libya and being forced to stay in Libya and whatever.
Countries like...
Clearly the criticism is pretty strong, but remember that many of the NGOs working on rescues in the Mediterranean have signed the pact indeed.
Okay. Countries, though, like your country, Italy, as well as Greece, have been saying that they can't do it alone. They're not getting enough help from the EU. So now it's in Italy's parliament's hands to see if they can self-design legislation to work on this alone. So should the EU actually be stepping up its efforts to better help countries like Italy and Greece, or should it be left to the Italians and the Greeks by themselves?
Well, if there were a European immigration policies, they should definitely do something. Italy and Greece mostly, but also Italy in this moment, have been having the burden of most of the migration crisis to today, according to rules which are clearly unfair. The rules that says that only countries with external borders have to shelter migrants, when these migrants most of the time wants actually to go to countries which have only internal borders, which means basically that is a kind of really bad deal for Southern European countries. And surely they should change it at a certain point in time. On the other side, I don't think it will be changed soon enough. And so probably Italy has to manage alone in the short and medium term. Okay,
Giuseppe Sciortino, thank you so much for joining us there from Trento in northern Italy.